For 2a, a function f is given by f of x equals 2x plus 2 times 5 minus x squared. Find the exact value of each of the zeros of f. We will set up this 2x plus 2 times 5 minus x squared equals 0. Remember, a times b equals 0, which means a equals 0 or b equals 0. So we have 2x plus 2 equals 0, or 5 minus x squared equals 0. Cross the river, change the sign. 2x equals negative 2 divided by 2x equals negative 1. This is a power equation. Isolate the x squared on one side. We will get the 5 equals x squared. Then we will do square root to both sides. X equals plus or minus square root of 5. Don't forget this plus or minus. For b, expand the expressions for f of x. 2x plus 2 times 5 minus x squared. Do the FOIL. 2x times 5, 10x. 2x times negative x squared minus 2x third power. Plus 10 minus 2x squared. No like terms to combine. So let's organize negative 2x third power minus 2x squared plus 10x plus 10. C. Draw the graph of f for x greater than or equal to negative 3, less than or equal to 3, and y greater than or equal to negative 40, less than or equal to 20. Use a scale of 2 centimeters to represent 1 unit on the x-axis, and 1 centimeter to represent 5 units on the y-axis. Normally, we always sketch the graph, but this time, draw the graph. Let's check the difference between drawing a graph and sketching a graph. Sketching a graph means making a general graph with the key points, x and y intercepts, local minimums and local maximums, and asymptotes noticeable. Drawing a graph means using ruler to draw all straight lines, including x-axis and y-axis. Making the key points such as x and y intercepts, local minimum and local maximum more accurate, and also the asymptotes noticeable. What's the meaning? Make key points more accurate. IB graphing paper is 16 centimeters wide and 24 centimeters long. From here to here, this is 1 centimeter. Then from here to here, this is 2 centimeters. There are 5 small units in 1 centimeter. If we use 1 centimeter to represent 1 unit, which means this small unit stands for 0.2 unit. When you draw a graph, you have to calculate this small unit. And also drawing a graph means that you have to draw a smooth curve in the given window, which means you have to figure out the end points. For example, if x is greater than or equal to -2, less than or equal to 5, you need to figure out f of -2 and f of 5 so that you can figure out the endpoints. Now let's go back to say again. You are given this window, x greater than equal to -3, less than or equal to 3, and y greater than or equal to -40, less than or equal to 20. 2 centimeters to represent 1 unit on the x-axis. 2 centimeters, this is 2 centimeters. Which means one small one stands for 0.1 unit. And 1 centimeter to represent 5 units on y-axis. This is 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter represents 5 units, which means this small 1 unit stands for 1 unit. So let's set up x-axis and y-axis now. This is the x-axis. Remember, you have to use a ruler to draw this x-axis and y-axis. Label x, this is y, and here is 0. 2 centimeters for 1 unit. So we have 1, 2, 3. Here, -1, -2, -3. For y-axis, 1 centimeter represents 5 units. Now you finish labeling the scales for x-axis and y-axis. After you finish setting up this coordinate plane, you can put the function into graphing calculator. You can use this original function, or you can use the expanded expressions. From A, we already figured out 3 roots. -1, 0, square root of 5, 0, and negative square root of 5, 0. We can figure out y-intercept, minimum and maximum points from a graphing calculator. I put the original function 2x plus 2 times 5 minus x squared into y1. Then we need to change the window. -3, 3. Scale is 1. Y minimum will be -40. Y maximum is 20. Scale will be 5. Then graph. For the ending points, trace -3, enter. You will get -3, 16. Then put the 3, enter. 3, -32. Put a 0 for y-intercept. That is 0, 10. Then let's work on this minimum point. Second trace. 3. This is -1, -2. So let me put -2 as the left bound. Move the arrow to the right side of the minimum point. Then enter. Enter. The minimum point is -1.67, -2.96. Let's go to this maximum point. Second trace. 4. 0 at the left bound. Right bound, we can put 2. Enter. Enter. So we get 116 as the maximum point. We need to check a square root of 5 or it's 2.24. We can plot these points on the coordinate plane. Let's plot all these points. For the ending points, -3, 16 is here. 3, -32, it will be here. Then you can connect all these points to get the graph of f of x. Last step, you need to label these key points. This is the graph of f of x you drew. Let's go to D. The graph of the function g of x equals 5 to the x power plus 6x minus 6 intersects the graph of f. Write down the coordinates of the points of intersection. We know f of x equals 2x plus 2 times 5 minus x squared. G of x equals 5x plus 6x minus 6. We will put these two functions into y1 and y2 of a graphing calculator. So we put f of x into y1, g of x into y2, then graph. There's one intersection. So we do second trace. 5. Enter, enter, enter. The intersection will be 1.49, 13.9. We got this answer by graphing. So we write down by graphing 1.49, 13.9.